Bring back the old time days. Bring back them old time ways.
It's another Explore Corner where we discuss things pertaining to Carriacou and pretty much next week. Sweet home, Basie. Sweet home and good day, good hi, good hello to our viewers.
I know you hear me clear enough because I'm on the microphone, but
they'll hear you.
Pick me up.
Right.
That's right.
And today we have a guest on our program. So we've been doing this in Carriacou at home, speaking to people about growing up. I know that a lot of people, they look forward to that program because it brings back memories to them of when they were growing up. Some people indicated that because of that program, they learn a lot. They learn a lot. They learn a lot.
Yes.
About Carriacou and Petit Martinique. So we are in NYC. Yeah, we are in. We're in New York City.
Good
Brooklyn. Exactly. And you know, there are a lot of, we call them homies. We have a lot of homies here with us.
Yes.
And we want to thank Mr. Prime. Mr. Merrill. You want me to put the handle to it?
Yes.
Mr. Merrill Prime. We want to thank him for agreeing to appear on our program, and for those of you out there who are viewing this and want to be part of our program, be sure, hit us up.
Yes.
Link Basie, myself, or just send a message to our Explore page. Mr. Prime.
Thank you.
Thank you and welcome.
Yes, girl.
So, tell us about yourself. For those who know you, they know you, but there are a lot of people who will be viewing this that do not know you. So tell us about yourself, where you were born and what community you grew up in Carriacou, probably your parents' name, your grandparents' name.
Well, a lot of people know me, Merrill, only one boy in Belvedere. Born and raised there. A lot of people think that I born in Aruba, but sadly, I was born in Carriacou. 2 days. My mother left Aruba the Wednesday, got in Trinidad the Thursday, got in Carriacou Friday. I was born Saturday morning.
But she almost did it on the boat.
Almost did. They didn't want her to travel, but a few friends of ours made a mumu dress to travel. A woman they call Cousin Swibin and Cousin Mamits. They were very good friends.
Okay.
So they made her a dress.
Kayak.
But
yeah, you could have born on the
but
wing.
I'm glad I born on that beautiful piece of rock.
Of course.
And my aunt, Baby Prime, that's the one who grew me up. That's the one who I knew as a little boy growing up. I was a baby, big boy going to school, come home, got my nurse bottle. Rosie Philip could attest to the fact. Big boy coming from school, I got my nurse bottle. She never let me down. So I was grown up with my grandfather, that is Sonny Prime. A lot of people know him as Uncle Sonny, very strict. Myself and Carl. A lot of people think we are brothers, but we are first cousins.
Okay. So who are your siblings?
Well, I got one brother by my mother. That's Earl.
Oh, Prime?
Yes.
Okay.
No, Earl. He's a Mo. He lives in Queens.
Okay.
And he came to Carriacou one time. We had a donkey, got a old jack, got on the jack, he heard the jack break, jump off, and left me on the jack. So my mother came home that year in 1959. That's the first time I knew my mother.
Okay.
And not for her, I would not sleep with her. She begged me.
Because you know,
put me to sleep on the bed, and I got up one night. The first night, she said, "Where you going?" I said, "I'm going to meet Sarah," because baby, we call her Sarah. So I'm going to meet Sarah. She said, "You're not going?" When I think she fall asleep, I tried again.
She grabbed you.
She grabbed me. She said, "You're staying right there." And it was nice, you know, growing up in Belvedere, which is a very tranquil village. It was very nice. We know everybody. Everybody respect each other. You know, not like the today's kid, you know, the curse in front. You can do that. If an elderly person passing and you're whistling, you gotta stop. There was a man in Dover, they called me, say, "Hey, Chris, you can whistle while he was passing."
Oh, really?
No.
So they see it as a disrespect to Wisa?
Exactly.
Ah. And when they beat you, and you go home and tell mommy they beat you,
They will beat
mommy
you
beating
again.
you.
Well, growing up with my aunt, I was like a pet. I never used to get beaten.
She spoil you.
She spoiled me. She spoiled me. Bad, bad, bad. I mean, we all grew up nice.
Nice.
All the boys in the village, we played marbles together. We do all kind of things together, man.
Lovely. Right. What school you went to, though?
I went to Dover.
Dover Model
Dover
School.
Model School.
And who are some of your friends you remember back then?
Oh my God, there's a lot of guys. A lot of
You remember
guys.
Walter Mills?
Yes.
You remember Miranda?
Miranda, no, a lot of folks. I got a lot of old friends. I mean, who gone and who still around.
So you remember the name of your best friend in school?
Oh yes, I had a lot of them. Benjamin Kwashi, Renal Cox, Kelvin. A lot of these guys.
And most of them over here?
Ashford, Henry, otherwise Ike Brigo. And a lot of my friends that I'm over here that I come, you know, I left Carriacou in 1973. Before I came, I worked in the post office from 1968, 69 to 73.
So you were in your 20s when you left?
But yeah, I was in my 20s when I came up here, 22.
Okay.
And it was nice, especially working in the post office. I know a lot of people. People used to meet me in a bombing as we say, any meals, and I could tell them, listen, come and get your meals tomorrow morning. And when they come, they make sure they get the meal.
Nice, nice.
Yes.
So I know many people who grew up in Carriacou, they always say to us, especially around your age group, that they used to do a lot of farming, they used to rear animals, they used to pick a lot of cotton and stuff like that. Did you do that as well?
Yes, I did that. We like hell too.
So you remember picking cotton and what you used to do?
Yes, we do.
Where?
We used to pick cotton in Limley, next to your grandfather.
Okay. So planting what?
Planting off. Our land was right next to him.
Ah.
And I remember in the days, based on what we heard, Edmund Emmons used to come all the way in Planting off to pick up his cotton and things like that. There was a big 8-foot road living from by Cedar Corner all the way into Planting off.
So what do you remember about planting off?
Oh, Planting off had the spring.
Mm.
The water was coming from Bella Pond. That's next to you guys up there.
So the pond under where we live?
Yes.
But that pond is dry now?
The water was clear as crystal, and there was another spring. Yeah, we had 2 springs in one in, we call it Zamoyalo, next to your grandfather.
So Zamoyalo?
Zamoyalo.
So that's where same planting off?
Same Planting off. And we have one we call it Batala, but with Batis Hollow. We want to say, but you know, like young kids to say Batala.
So where
a lot of mangoes. We got sapodilla tree that Mr. Skylark uncle.
Okay. Okay. So just on the Skylark house there?
Yes.
Okay.
Now on the other side, by Clemmy Bob, going down the little ravine there, from by Cousin Henny coming down there, going all the way to Bialo, all the way down to Big Pond. Whenever it rains heavy, all that water comes from on top there, goes straight down to Bialo.
Interesting.
Yeah, but in Planting off your grandfather's property, very fertile land. So that's why I used to plant a lot of stuff. Your Uncle Bobbert could attest to the fact. We grow little groundnut, we do all, you know, we do little thing like boy days.
So you keep saying to grandfather, let people know that it's soggy for meals.
Soggy for meals.
Soggy for meals.
And that man speak authoritative and conscientiously. And he could vindicate in any capacity.
So people just tell me about when he used to go to prayer meeting.
Oh, yes.
I used to lead the prayer meeting, and he put on a nice white shirt and he say, take your clean hands off my dirty shirt.
Yes, exactly.
That's true?
Exactly, yes. That man was very, very particular. When he goes to a prayer meeting, he must have his monge. That's why they used to call him monge. Must have a bottle of monge. That's his drink. But he will go on with the prayer meeting from until morning.
What? On his,
until morning.
so you ride on a donkey, go to Premier.
Ride on his donkey, goes through his prayer meeting. Everywhere he goes, he has his donkey with him. Very nice guy, very nice man, very nice man.
Listen, so if you left Carriacou when you was 20 something, I guess you was there for Janet?
Yes.
Hurricane Janet?
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
What you remember?
I was 4 years old.
Oh, so you don't remember much?
I remember a lot.
Okay, tell us.
I remember as a kid, my aunt left home in Belvedere, come to Dover School to pick myself and Carl up. Carl is my, as I tell her, my aunt's son.
So what, she drove?
No, she walked. She walked. A lot of other people come to pick up their children from school.
So what, they knew a hurricane was coming?
Yes, they knew the hurricane was coming.
Because
Somebody told them, whoever it was, to come and get the children from school. And on that day, it was very gray. I could remember as a kid. Other people may not remember. We say, like Peter Martin was so close to us.
Oh, really?
Yes, Peter Martin, as though,
Because he was calm.
Yeah, he was so calm. And after calm is a storm.
Right.
So everybody was battering down their houses now. They say because this hurricane is coming. And for sure, it really came. It started to rain, pouring rain. We got home. I can never forget that day. My aunt made peas and dumpling. Say, boy, let's eat it before we go by our Uncle Clive. But we decided to stay in the house still because my grandfather, Sonny Prime, he was home. And you see where he got to batten down the windows, he started nailing on the windows and things. So I can't remember what time, but it started to blow. The wind started blowing. And it got dark. It's dark, when I tell you dark. And as soon as we opened the door, he said, let's go. We got to go by Uncle Clive. And as we opened that door, me and my aunt flew to him. The wind threw us down the stairs. So Carl left before us. Say, well, where is Carl? Nobody can find Carl. Carl and another cousin of us, they call that's Renald's uncle, brother. They went up by Uncle Clive and they went under the bed and slept in we call it the broad pan, the wash pan. They went and covered. So everybody said, well, where the hell Carl gone? That guy died. Until when Uncle Clive got up and he said, let's check. Those guys was under the bed. But that night, it was howling. It was howling. Now, what saved our house, we had some cypress tree behind the house. So just a few galvanized came off the house. And that house was built with pegs. Only a few galvanized came off.
What?
With all that wind, when we get up, after the hurricane passed and I look around Belvedere village, I mean, you could smell like, I can't tell you what smell it would have been. And you hear this one crying out, Leatha died.
Who they say died?
A girl called Leatha
Okay.
McDonald. We look up at the Pattersons, they say, this one get hurt over there. But I remember the Pattersons have a bunker so a couple of people went over there. And who was by my uncle, we stayed in the base, in the downstairs. I mean, everybody wanted to know what's going on. They were so eager to get outside to see. When you look at Belvedere and you look at like Bialo houses on the ground, then you're hearing this one die, who get hurt, broken legs. It was horrible. It was a horrible scene.
I remember experiencing Hurricane Ivan. I was living in Grenada then. And the afternoon we had a lot of wind. And then coming to the morning period, we had a lot of rain. Was it like that?
Yes. It rained. When I tell you it rained, rain. As a matter of fact, they even said that the Pearls Airport sign was in Carriacou.
I think I hear that.
Yes, they say Pearls Airport sign, yes.
Provision and
provision, stuff. You go to Bialo and Tarleton Point, you get lumber. A lot of people get lumber to build a house.
Free shopping.
Free shopping?
Yeah.
Yes.
The banana wash up, bread food wash up.
Yeah, everything wash up. But it was
So-
a horrible scene. A horrible scene.
Yes, yes. The houses, they were flattened.
Yes.
It's like similar
Yes.
to Ivan in Grenada. And even like some of the galvanized, I remember in Grenada, some of the galvanized stuck in trees.
Well,
Did that happen?
there was one piece of galvanite stuck on a plum tree we had in the boundary. And it stayed there for years and years and years. It
Okay.
stayed on that.
Oh,
on the
so
plum.
similar.
Yep.
I'm still trying to, I mean, you didn't experience Hurricane Ivan.
No.
I'm still trying to figure out between Hurricane Ivan and Janet, which one was worse. But I think
I think Janet was the worst.
Janet. Because I was about to say that the reason being that it had a lot of wooden houses back then.
Yes.
With Ivan, we have a lot of concrete houses now. With Ivan, Janet, a lot of wooden houses,
Yes.
so everything just flattened.
Yes. And we were so lucky. That old house stayed there until the last hurricane passed, throw it down.
Okay.
And it was well built with pegs, wooden pegs.
So listen, growing up in Belvedere, in the community of Belvedere, we know many of our traditions are still alive to date. We have tombstone feasts, we have traditional wedding, boat launching, regatta, all that. So in your days growing up, what do you remember in that
Oh.
regard?
Making a farine. There was one man, well, they had the old thing they call the gin. One man, one on boil. He was
Oh.
the best.
Yes, I know that name.
He was one of the best in making in gin and
Cassava?
the cassava. And he'll just, with one hand, these machineries and them should be around for people to see them, but everything is gone. Everything is gone. You don't see them anymore.
What?
But the as we say with the gin, the cassava, then they have to press it, put it in the brew bags, press it, put some big stone on it and all this type of thing. But the art of make the farine, it can be these guys and then the same oil. You couldn't beat them back. And there was another guy from Bogus, but I can't remember his name right now.
Okay. He was good at it.
He was good at it.
Okay.
He was good at it. And it was one big frying pan they had.
Right.
And
Where?
it was by where Skylight live, Belvedere, his
Okay.
house,
Yes.
right next to the road.
Okay.
That's his uncle's property.
Because I
Man
was
called Eamon Battis. He was an old shoemaker. That was the old shoemaker. And if you have a toothache, get his flies, take it off for you.
what?
He was a shoemaker.
Pliers?
Yes. Yes. Your grandfather used to take out, he was also a dentist,
For the
Yes,
pliers?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And they tell you just go and wash your mouth with some salt water and that's it.
Good to go.
Good to go. Yes. Mhm.
The good old days
The
of
good
Long
old days. The good old days.
So listen, something in Carriacou now that a lot of people travel home to be part of is that of All Saints.
Yes.
What you remember about All Saints when you was growing up?
Oh, girl, it was one of the most, what should I call it? That's the best time we used to have it going to the cemetery, stealing people ashram.
That's all I want to hear.
And
Just want to hear that.
and the bad part of it, some people are so smart. What we used to do, get sand
Sand.
and mix it up with some dust.
Y'all used to do that
Yes.
too? Well, they
Yes.
can't blame us.
We used to put it there. Leave it there. We know who those guys coming.
Well, that's how culture.
They come in and take it. But they take the wrong bag ashram. Many times guys get choked when they do so. No water.
Sand.
Because sand and dust.
Oh, God.
You find us.
So
Oh.
a lot of young children used to be lighting candles as well. It used to be.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
the
It was something else. After we come from the cemetery, we light candles on the step.
Okay. So you used to like candle both days, All Saints and All
Saints and
Souls?
yes.
Okay.
Yes. But also we used to be at the house.
So All Saints, you go to the cemetery
Yes.
and All
Also
Souls
we stay at the house. Yes. But some people used to go to the cemetery.
So you used to be in Bel Air lighting
Yes,
candles.
yes.
What you remember about Bel Air Cemetery?
Oh, it should be well kept. Well kept. And there was an old saying, Bel Air Cemetery had a little fiasco, I should say. They say that there was a yacht came in Hillsborough. And this guy, for some reason, went straight to Bel Air Cemetery to a certain tombstone, took whatever it is, and they threw a hen, a fowl. They put a fowl inside of that
Oh, really?
tombstone. Because that tombstone was flat. You could have lifted it up, and then whatever they took out, they put a chicken inside it. I could remember.
Live chicken.
Alive. No, they killed the chicken.
They kill chicken. They did.
They say some white folks, they know what, they come there, and they went straight to the cemetery and did that.
Quite interesting, because I remember Indians shared something similar to that
Yeah.
in Sabazan Cemetery.
Yeah, they did
They
that.
come and they dig and they go with what?
Whatever it was, they took it.
What? So is that tomb still there? Do you know? I know you're Bel Air man.
Yes, I remember the tombstone is flat. It's not too far from, I think,
The Stafford?
the Stafford, Cousin Isaac Stafford Stone. But going down that side, I remember it. Well, with your interview one time I saw you were looking at the Prime Cemetery. My grandmother, the biggest headstone there,
house.
shaped like a house.
Yes. Tell us your grandmother name.
Yeah, her name was Matilda Prime. She was an Alexis,
Okay.
which is my roots from Belmont, Harveyville. I'm a Korean from Harveyville also. My father is a
Well, we're
Korean.
related because we are from the Lawrence sisters, Charles and Alexis.
But let me tell you something, all Carriacou people is one here.
No, that's true.
That's why everybody in Carriacou say cousin, cousin, cousin. We all are one. And I'd say growing up in Belvedere again, it was a beautiful thing. Going, especially moonlight, you're going on hunt Carriacou, you're going to catch crab.
Tell us about what it is
Until one
about.
night I catch a Carriacou, but we share Carriacou, went to up St. Top went Thibault, I got a Carriacou, put the Carriacou in the barrel. When I got up next morning, I didn't see the Carriacou.
I was about to ask if you ever went to touch crab in
yes.
Thibault.
Oh, yes.
Because we know of that whole saying.
Yes.
People used to be scared to touch crab in Thibault because even the crab used to talk. Is that you?
I don't know for the talk. I know for the talk, but I know for a fact.
Because the crab say, put me down.
Oh my God, we did a lot of things, man.
The good days of long ago.
Oh,
Yes, to go serenading. Well,
Serenading.
Christmas time, you know.
Oh yes. Well, coming to serenading, myself and Cosnell, Bartholomew, all these guys, Java Cox.
Jeff Cox.
Yes.
That name.
We all went. That was 1972 was my last serenading. Where high I am, Godwin Emmons van, and we went right around Carriacou.
Well, I hear you say coming this year.
Hope so.
So, from since 1972, you never experienced a Christmas in Carriacou?
Oh yes.
Oh,
Yes. I came there already. I went in Belmont by my brother. I went parang with these guys and them. Nixon and them. Yes. Nixon and them.
okay. Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Well, so you're coming home for Christmas.
Hoping
this year.
to.
So, people remember growing up long ago when people used to go serenading, the women used to dress in a nice, pretty dress, while the girls and go carol singing.
Carl singing, yes.
You remember
yes.
that?
Oh yes, those was something else. We used to do that. Even went and open certain people oven, they leave the cake inside it. Next morning they miss it. I remember one year we went by this woman they call her Tante Yuva, cousin Mina. All of them used to bake around the same time. My cousin Salin went by Tante Yuva, opened the oven, cake was there. Next thing, Tante was. But the bad thing about it, when we went on serenade, we saying we are the royal band from Belvedere. So everybody know who are the royal band. Now the woman, me saw cake and them in the oven. She knows the Royal Band of Belvedere would do it.
Listen, listen.
We sell ourselves.
The Merrill man.
She said she going to George Solomon.
That name.
Yes.
She said she going to George Solomon. So everybody now scared because youth cake.
Once you hear that name,
Once you hear that name,
George
that's it.
Solomon.
Forget about it. And he had a garden right next to us. So I didn't scared because I knew him.
I think
So
he,
you know
He and my
that
grandfather was,
Solomon.
yeah, he and my grandfather.
he was buried in Tebow.
Yes.
But he gone now.
Yeah. His stone is one of them that was washed.
Oh.
Coastal erosion,
Yeah.
quite obvious in Tebow. So his grave was one of them that was
So
washed away.
the minute everybody here, George Solomon, they're scared now. They have to talk and say who opened the oven and who.
Just so I sell out. Listen, well, I know you grew up in Belvedere and Wynwood, very close.
Yes.
And there's something that stands out in Wynwood is boat building and boat launching. I heard that back then when a boat was launched, it was, I mean, yes, still it is something for the community, but back then it was different. I heard that they used to kill a goat on the bow of the boat so that it will hit the water and boat in rough waters. They used to kill a sheep on the steering wheel
Yes.
so that the wheel would turn easily. Used to have the godchildren and all that.
Well,
That used to happen.
They used to, I know for the godchildren, but I know the, I didn't know about the goat and thing, but I know they used to throw some blood.
Okay.
You throw some blood around the boat or whatever it on the boat.
Sharing up.
Yes,
blood.
yeah. They always see that. And even one time they used to say, oh, they used to take a soul or whatever it is, but you know, grown up used to get scared. They used to have the scared away. But otherwise,
That was just me talk.
the boat building, I like to see the same tradition keep on, man.
You followed the Wrong the Island race.
Yes, I did.
Which boat you took for?
I was looking for the Windward Pride.
You know the racing this weekend, you know?
Oh, yeah?
Yes, Northern Development Action Committee. That committee, they have the sailing weekend this weekend, so Saturday and Sunday. So Windward Pride Glacier will be going up against Glacier this weekend again.
That'd be nice.
Windward Pride is praying for some heavy wind. They say Glacier sails better in light wind, so they're praying for the heavy wind. They say they could beat them this year. So Saturday, they're racing to Petit Martinique and then down to Sisters and back. And on Sunday, they're sailing around Windward. So, Windward Pride, we hope someone at home will probably do a live or send us some videos, update us.
Yes.
But we want to know the race going, Bessie.
Yes.
People calling us and asking us if we go bring the race live. Yes.
Girl, I tell you,
exciting.
growing up in Carriacou, I mean, it's not like today, especially with the young children today. No respect.
It was just a love. Just a love.
You could go by anybody, they'll give you food to eat. They don't ask if you're hungry. By the time you get home, you know, you don't want food again.
And
The minute you see somebody smoke low down, you know, food is ready.
and you go for your plate
And you
of
go for
food.
your plate of food.
Listen, I know, before we wrap up, I know that the Belvedere community, Belvedere and Limley, they're very close. Do you remember growing up in Belvedere and going to the Limley Maroon?
Yes. Yes.
And what you remember about the Maroon in Limley?
Everybody have a tray. They bring it down to the Maroon. Your grandfather, again, he was the head man. He must be there. And everybody bring, as I tell you, the tray with the cuckoo, the rolled rice, the pork, and they bring it there, everybody. They share the food. The best part was the grappe.
Tell us about the grappe.
The grappe, everybody cut up whatever it is. And all the kids and them, that's what they want. That's what they're really coming for, the grappe. They mix up all the food together. You dash in if you want your pork, if you want mutton, you want rice, you want egg. That's part of it.
Sweetie?
Yes. Sweetie, just name it. The sweet drinks, well, it's for the children and them. Everybody must get a little taste. Everybody going for that.
Lovely.
But it was great. It was great. It was great.
Yeah. we feel somebody spitting on us now.
Yeah.
So
Yes, yes.
we got to end.
Yes,
Thank you
thank
very
you.
much,
Yes,
Mr.
yes.
Merrill Prime.
That's right,
My
girl.
father friend, my grandfather,
Yes.
everybody.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Bellerman, just
You're belly man.
Me and Clarence.
You're belly man.
Me and
You're belly man.
Clarence.
All right. Thank you very much to our viewers for viewing. Until another episode.
Yes, yes.
As
it
we
was
say,
nice.
if you're here, if you're in New York and you want us to document you, feel free to reach out to us. Tell your story about growing up long ago. Somebody's looking forward to that. But before we end, Macy, remember these flowers? You remember this?
Sunflower, man.
Sunflower. Everyone had one of these in the
Oh,
yard
yes.
long
Yeah,
ago.
you're right. You're right.
The sunflower. We had lots of those.
Yep.
All right. Thank you very much. Until the next time. See you. Bye-bye.